talk to Howard TV. They got to cover this. I have been invited to speak at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
You're kidding.
Well, you're an alumni.
What are you, the graduation speaker?
Well, I don't know what the hell's going to go on, but it's only a 2-month course. But
Are you going to do it?
oh yeah, because I said to Doug, "Would you be into that?" He's like, "Yeah." So for Howard TV, it'd be
That's
funny.
great.
You know, I went in June of '87. It's 20 years.
Yeah.
So I graduated in June of '87. So I'm gonna get the details and I'll go.
You're probably their most successful alumni.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Who else is there?
I'd been on the show for.
Who knew a court-ordered visit
Absolutely.
to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting
Yeah,
would
he
turn
ro-
out their most successful alumni?
He enrolled to stay out of jail.
Yeah, I mean, the only way this guy got out of jail was to go to Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
This is, and again, this story is obviously a compliment to you and Robin and Fred and everybody. But this guy, I had been on your show for about 6 months, and I went to do a set of stand-up at this comedy club down the shore. And a kid who I was in my class was just at this point in his life trying to get into stand-up. He came up, he introduced himself to me, and I said, "Yeah, I sort of remember you, man." He goes, "Dude, you're on the Howard Stern show." And I go, "Yeah, I know." He goes, "You remember we were in a radio class together. You're on the Howard Stern show." And I go, "Yeah." He's like saying it that slowly, and he goes, Is there a statue of you outside the
What goes on at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting? Like, did you have to like are there classes where you sit down and you're a DJ?
Yeah. Well, you know, okay, first of all, the stories about that are so great. That was March. I went March of '87 to June of '87 was when I went. I went up in
March to June.
Yeah,
I like it. School that takes 3 months.
2-month course.
Yeah.
And it was when my old man was laying there paralyzed, and I would take his van, his work van, because I would hang antennas every once in a while, too, behind my mother's back to make money. She didn't know I was climbing roofs.
Oh,
but
my goodness.
I used that to get there. And it was basically it's a great school. They do a great job, but you're in class with people who want to be technical and on-air talent.
Why did the judge decide that you needed to go to...
The judge didn't. The lawyer, my probation officer, did. Oh, God. You want to talk about my videotaping sections of my life, but I got convicted. You know, I got arrested and convicted, and they put me on probation, and my probation officer
Which charge was this? Was this coke?
No. This was when attempted bank robbery.
Oh, okay.
It all goes back to the bank.
At court it got dropped to a misdemeanor disorderly conduct. So I get a year probation. No, I think I got 2 years probation.
What a life. That poor mother of yours deserves a mink coat or something.
If she looks as good as she does, she should be.
Believe me, she's got enough. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he takes care of her.
So I go to a probation office, black guy in Newark, and I'm in line with all the other people, just a bunch of
You have to sit in that room and wait to be called.
Oh,
Bunch of
God.
losers.
That's happened 3 other which I fit right in. Yeah. It happened 3 other times. So they give me my community service. My community service was cleaning up, rappers outside the Union County
You
Courthouse.
had that stick?
In Elizabeth. I had an orange vest, the loser orange vest, and a fucking stick. And my buddies, my sadistic friends, would come by and throw White Castle wrappers all over the lawn and go, loser, pick that up. Like, they would throw Howard, they would throw double cheeseburgers at me. And the maintenance guys, the janitors who all had attitudes like Scott the engineer, only worse.
Right.
Union guys, I'm free work. They don't have to work. Like, you're doing this, you're doing that. And the first day of work
they boss you around, the janitors?
Boss me around. They tortured me. My life was in their hands. If they write a bad report, I'm fucked.
Oh, my goodness.
And so I had to do 25 hours. The first day I show up at St. Patrick's Day, they're all loaded. My God. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the foreman was this black guy.
He's in charge.
The head janitor was this black guy with suspenders on and freckles, and he was ossified drunk. And he had a green plastic derby on.
I would be like that.
Wrapped around his neck. They all had all green and and he's looking at me and goes, "What you here for?" And I go, "I'm the community service guy." I go, "Oh shit, get outside. I'm a little fucked up right now." the picture,
what time in the morning?
He had one of those $2 plastic green derbies. That a 3-year-old wouldn't wear.
That day he was Irish.
Guy, yeah.
He's Irish. I love the Irish.
He was Irish.
Right, everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day. So
another reason to get loaded.
guys were smoking weed and the thing. All the janitors. So now
in you broke the law just because you robbed a bank.
Right,
You're,
exactly.
you're under their control.
Well, and that's what the guy
They're
said
there
to
to
me.
teach him.
He goes, "What'd you do?" And I go, "That's a long story." And then I told him the story. He goes, "You're a crazy motherfucker." He goes, "Get outside. I'm gonna give you the stick." And he goes, "You got to get a vest." He goes, "Don't get hit by a fucking car, because I'll catch shit about that." And I said, "All right." And so I go, "All right," and I go outside with these 3 other guys who were literally
So
like,
his only instructions were don't get hit by a car?
yeah.
That's a good job.
He said, "Don't
got
get
a tip
I'll
for
never
you.
forget it. Go, don't get hit by a car, because I'll kid shit about that."
Nice guy.
And there was another guy with a speech impediment who would go out and get the breakfast.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, there's another black guy, and he mispronounced my name, and he would yell out in the morning. He was trying to say Artie breakfast, but what he would say was, and this haunted me for years, he would always go, "Artie breakfast."
What a scene.
It's like, I don't want to laugh in his face, but like, "Artie breakfast."
Wow.
So after the first day, I'd make the mistake of telling my fucking buddies
Oh,
what
they
I'm
all
doing.
dropped by.
Oh, they all came by, and like my friend
How long
70.
did that go on for?
I did 25 hours. So when I completed the 25 hours, I had to go back to the probation officer. And I go in there, and he goes, "You're going to have to get in front of the judge again. And, but you need to," he goes, "Dude, you have nothing in your life. You don't have a job right now." I was getting paid under the table, and my father's business, I was doing that secretly. And he's like, "You have no job. You have no college credit. You're not in college. A judge is going to really get pissed. He might give you another year. So you got to get an activity." And, as a big fan of this show, I heard the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. I called up, and the guy was so nice. I told him my situation with my old man. I told him I'm broke, and he gave me a scholarship.
What?
Wow.
They were so nice to me there. So he gave
So
me
you got to go speak.
the whole thing. The whole thing cost me. The whole thing was $3,000, and he gave me like $2,000. So I had to come up with another $1,000. I got like a payment plan, and I had to work it off for a few years, but it was no big deal. And the
So
school.
when you went in front of the judge, you said, "Hey, I'm going to Connecticut School of
I
Broadcasting."
said, well, my
and they
lawyer-
looked favorably on that.
My lawyer said he's in school right now studying broadcasting. And so I would go there and
The young man is really straightening out his life.
meanwhile,
The judge is thinking Northwestern University.
Right.
Yeah.
And
No,
you're at Columbia.
one look at me, he
School of
wasn't thinking
Broadcasting.
Northwestern.
School of
But that was at the height. I mean, that's what I started to get into you
Young
guys.
man's going for higher education.
That's in March of '87. March to June of '87, when I got into you guys in a way that was like, and me, about 5 of my buddies, it was crazy. I mean, we listened to you guys. It was a religion with us, and I would go in there influenced by you. I was the first generation sort of influenced by you, and I'll never forget. At the end of the course, you had to do a DJ thing on the air,
Right.
And the whole class is listening, and there was a deep voiced DJ guy from like Connecticut,
Yeah.
and I introduced the Run DMC record, and all I said was, there's 3 Negroes I'd like to party with. That's what I said.
Right.
So some people giggled and everything. The guy goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." He goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "I'm just trying to be funny." He goes, never say anything racial on the air. That's ridiculous." And of course I went, "Hey, Howard Stern does it. He's the best there is. He's my hero." He's like, "Listen, this came out of this guy's mouth." He goes,
Listen, asshole.
Howard Stern is not going to be around in a year.
It's the professor.
He goes, "Howard Stern is a flash in the pan." He goes, "He's not, I mean, come on, don't do that. You want to make a living in this business, right?" So I said, "Yeah." So I got through, I graduated, and you go to their job placement program. There was one job available in Wyoming.
Right.
$150 a week, and but I got a degree, and the degree helped me get out of.
It's funny. I would have applied for the job in Wyoming.
Yeah, that's what we did.
I tried to get a job. It said DJ needed every week in Billboard magazine. The
Right.
same ad appears. I'm sure it's still there.
They still need a DJ.
DJs needed in Alaska. So I go, okay.
Of course,
I'll go.
everything needed. Doctors, plumbers.
So my dad explained to me I suck so bad that I'd probably need to travel. And I applied. I got nothing back.
Nothing even
And
from Alaska.
I went to Poughkeepsie. I went to WPDH in Poughkeepsie. I applied to the Alaska radio station. I went into Camp Hill, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
And
Well, that's where I started.
and they wouldn't even hire me there.
Oh, my God.
You know,
Really, Robin? I don't know
Oh,
everything
Camp
about you.
Hill was the worst.
Oh, yeah?
Because my sister lived there, and I figured, well, I'll live near my sister, and like for sure they're gonna want me. I mean, who do they have? Meanwhile, the guys sounded pretty good. I heard the radio.
Yeah, they
station.
had some pretty professional guys
Yeah.
there.
Don't you think struggling like that just just builds so much character in a way, though.
Yeah, it does.
But
Well, yes, you never struggled, and look at you.
But in a way,
I never struggled. I'm one of the examples of I struggled and it did nothing for my
I'm
character.
teasing you.
the funny thing is that I got a letter from a guy the other day. He goes, "Dear Mr. Stern and the rest of the Howard Stern Show, my name is so-and-so. I'm a student at blah, 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 and I host a show at the radio station every Friday night." And he goes, "My show is the safe harbor period the FCC allocates, allowing for explicit lyrics." I forgot this guy's still on the phone, but listen to this. So the guy evidently went on the air and started doing a discussion about alternate methods of sexual protection. Talked about how they could substitute saran wrap with duct tape at the base of a condom and, all kinds of weird shit like that. And he's like, "Hey, man, this really sucks." He goes, "I got suspended, and you're my hero, and I think civil liberties have been violated as a result."
Wow.
There's talk of reinstating the safe harbor period at the station. There will definitely be serious limits put on what I can discuss on the air. By contacting you, I'm hoping you can find the time in your schedule to call into my show and give your opinion. This kid would hate my opinion. My opinion would be, I'd like to call this kid and go, "Listen, asshole. What do you think? I just got on the air and was able to say all kinds of weird shit?"
But you got fired from your college station.
Yeah, but that
So
was...
take your firing.
But it was original back then. I mean, this guy, what he's got to do, and the guy at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting was probably right in saying to Artie, "Listen, before you get in the fucking clown car,
Right.
be an acrobat. I mean, get on the air, do it. Let me see you do it straight."
Artie's a genuinely funny guy.
Yeah, but you
that
gotta...
dude didn't recognize Artie's skill.
No, believe me.
That's the problem.
Thank you, Robin. That was the nicest thing anyone ever.
Hey, I recognized your skills.
You did, brother.
did.
God bless you.
All right.
But
People ought to try figuring out who they're talking to sometime.
Because every guy at the college radio station thinks they're funny. Now they're going to get on and do the Howard Stern show. And it's like, you know what? Slow down a little bit. You can play by the rules a little bit.
I told you, the guy at my broadcasting school said the one thing you need to do, Robin, is get rid of that laugh.
Oh, really? Yeah, right. Okay.
Well, he's right. It's a little much.
The most recognizable laugh in the history of broadcasting.
I tell you, a lot of people have said that.
But yeah, so you think that would be interesting if the Howard TV films that? That would
Yeah.
be funny, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
What are you gonna
come
do?
back- What are you going to say to these kids?
I gotta figure it out. I don't know. I also found out I'm going into my high school Hall of Fame. Me and Ray Liotta.
Whoa!
Wait
Well,
a
I mean,
second.
what are you gonna do? It's
So
like
are
I
you
gotta
the
figure out.
commencement speaker at the Connecticut School of
I
Broadcasting?
have no. I mean, I graduated. There wasn't a formal graduation.
No.
I might just go and talk to a class. But anything's funny. Me trying to give people advice.
Yeah, I wonder what you're going to say to them.
I mean, the route I took is just sheer luck. It's like a
Arthur
fucking
Lang.
angel was on my shoulder guiding
Arthur
me.
Lang, here are your students.
Right, exactly.
Ralph,
Hey now.
I am curious to hear right from Ralph's mouth, though, the official reaction to Howard's announcement.
What, were you sleeping through it yesterday? When I
Yeah,
called?
he doesn't know you called in. He was asleep.
Oh my God.
no, Artie
Artie.
slept through it.
What, did I sleep through it?
Yeah, you
Did
were
Ralph
nodding
call
out.
in?
Yes.
It was later in the day.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not
Artie was,
kidding.
it was
I
after
swear-
8:30 when you're sleeping.
I swear to God, I don't remember.
You had
Ralph
just finished
calling.
2 cupcakes and your sugar high
You
was
were taking
crashing.
a little nap.
I
Yeah.
gotta stay away from those cupcakes.
Artie, what are you doing, man?
What am I doing? I'm doing obese living.
No, but you're sleeping during the show. I mean, like this, like it's
No,
kind
but
of
it's okay.
insulting.
Then it gives me a chance to kind of jump in, and then
It's so
Artie wakes
funny.
up, and it's kind of a nice dynamic.
You don't
Wait.
mind, Howard?
What? No.
Wait till you see Artie climbing off that little couch. It's
Right,
the
yeah,
best.
I mean, you talk about Howard TV. This guy earns his living. He's laying on a couch while we're in commercial break, and our commercial breaks are 3 minutes at
That
the
is
most.
funny footage. Ooh.
Then I wake him up to come back in, and he can't get up off the couch
Is he like a giant bear, like turning over?
yeah, well, his
Exactly.
belly too, like he was in the sit-up position. Oh yes. What is this? It's you. Oh, it's me. Okay. Artie's asleep on the couch.
He was sleeping in here. Didn't you hear him snoring again while we were talking to Bubba?
You know, we were just talking to him. I was like, what does he do the rest of the day that he's so tired? I mean,
Look, there he goes.
he can't even get out of the
Get
bed.
on that thing.
Let him just sleep.
For once, I didn't do it.
Look at this. He was dead out.
Sorry, Artie.
He's like a pregnant woman trying to get off that couch.
Artie.
What is going on with you, man? Art.
I'm just so excited for you.
Artie, what's going on with you?
Nothing.
What are you doing the rest of the day? You're so tired. It's
like a bear
You don't do
hibernating.
anything. What is it, Doug?
There's a bed set up if he wants to take a nap.
You want
in
to
the
sleep
studio.
near the microphone? What's going on with you, man? You're so tired. You're asleep.
What'd you do yesterday?
What's going on? What's this?
Yesterday,
Is it the cupcake thing? Because you're eating so many that they're like the sugar is bringing you up, and
Well,
now
I
you're
think
I
crashing.
can't believe that.
the weight has a lot to do with it.
Is it the weight? Man, do you walk around all day tired like this?
Yes, I'm tired. I am tired all the time.
Wow. Dude, this is serious. You were out unconscious on the couch.
What
and,
do we need to do?
and even during the Ted Nugent thing, you look like you're going to pass out.
There were times
And I
he's
love Ted.
breathing so loud,
Look at him.
Howard, I can't hear the callers.
Oh, look at that. How do you disturb a guy? You guys feel sorry for deer? Look at me.
We're evil.
Look at Artie sleeping on the couch.
He's so blissful the way he hugs that pillow.
Look at him.
Now watch you trying to get up. Show the part where Artie tries to get out of the couch. This is. It looks like a pregnant woman, Robin said. Now watch. All right, so he hears he has to come back in. Now watch.
He's all
watch.
curled up in the Bobby
watch.
Trin.
It's
me at work.
Hello.
Wait, watch this. Look at you. Yeah, that's Artie at work. Time for another day. Look at this. You can't get up. Dude, you can't even get out. What is going on with you? Look,
What's going on with me?
Look at this. You
you
fall
fell
back.
back on the couch.
I just what
was
what's
that move?
going on with me? I don't know.
You can't get up?
Are you in pain?
The schedule's rough, man.
We always try to come up with new and fresh ideas.
Right.
And somebody, and I don't know who, and I wish I could give them the credit, said they had a good idea. That what we're going to do when I have my bachelor party is that one lucky serious listener.
That was my idea.
Okay. That was your idea. Okay.
Are you sure you
Well,
didn't do
no,
this for
because but
Richard?
watch out. No, but
Wait, listen to me.
maybe.
That
But watch how it came back to bite me.
Listen
on my
to this.
to-do
Listen to this.
file.
So Sal sends me an email, says I got a great idea. One lucky listener should win. They have to do something really outrageous to get to go to the bachelor party. So then someone else wrote.
Doug Goodstein.
Doug Goodstein wrote, you know what? We should make Sal have to do something really outrageous
To get to the bachelor
he ain't
party.
going to no bachelor party. So Sal's freaking out now.
I'll call Richard, ask him for an idea, and I'll see what I can come up with.
You know, it's a shame you would never be at my wedding.
Hey, it's a shame you're getting married, so touche, cocksucker.
Why do you care?
What do I care?
He cares a lot.
I care.
What do you care? Why do you care whether I get married?
Well, it's not. I'm real happy for you and Beth, man, because you deserve it.
Why are you
and
so angry?
I'm not angry. I'm glad you deserve it. You know, I think it's.
I
still-
deserve it.
what?
I deserve
You
what?
deserve the happiness.
A life of pain? That's
Well,
what you're saying I'm going to have.
That's what you've been saying for 15 years.
Well, you
I
might
grew up
be
on
right.
that.
That's right.
But
why are you obsessed with me getting married?
well, like
You've
the
been on a mad tear.
Well, like the fans say, it is hypocritical, but hey, people change, things change. You change your nose, you change your chin, you change your marriage ideas. So
I didn't change my chin.
yeah, they change the
Oh,
fat
that's
underneath
right,
it.
that's right. And
so,
believe me, you might need that instead of that disgusting goatee.
hey,
Madon.
I'm using that as an example.
All right, go ahead.
And you're getting married. Good for you. Good for Beth.
Yeah, so why are you angry about it?
You think better for Beth.
I think better for the show. I always think of the show first. Howard's going to be miserable, locked in a prenup when there are times.
Locked into a prenup?
Well, she's locked in a prenup. So now,
yeah.
when you're in a
so
situation.
why am I locked in if I'm in a prenup? It sounds like I'm
Sounds like you're in the
scot-free.
catbird seat.
No, Beth's locked in the prenup. So let's walk through a scenario. You get pissed off at Beth over
Right.
something,
Out
like
the
she doesn't.
door.
Like lately, you said she don't shave her twat anymore the way you like her
She
to.
does shave her twat.
But-
One time she didn't shave her twat, and it turned out it was like I was off by a day.
But
Go ahead.
that's the first sign of many. That's the first sign.
She shaves her twat every day.
Yeah, but you're already starting to get a little pissed. Things are starting to change the way she wants it. She wants it.
Well,
She
that's
starts-
your marriage. Why are you married is what I want to ask.
But
You're
the thing is-
you clearly hate your wife. You hate family life.
I
don't hate
how
family
he could
life. I
go
love my
home
kids
after
dearly.
yesterday's wrap-up show.
Very easily. I call her up and go, you hear anything today? And she goes, no. And I go, what's for dinner?
You really hate your wife.
No.
No, you do.
You do, Sal.
No, I don't. Nope. But the thing is, I'm
Should I
happy.
play what you said?
What's that?
Should I play what you say about her?
Well, you can play what you want. I said it.
Clearly, your anger is at her.
I have anger. I think I can't communicate with my wife. So the
She
times.
won't blow you. She won't give you sex. I understand what you're
Why don't
saying.
you play that train sound effect?
You don't
when
feel
do it?
she's in
not
the
a bad idea.
She's not in the shape you want her to be in.
She's losing weight,
All right, but she's still not the right
but
shape.
she's going out more now that she's losing weight, which is kind of scary.
So she's
Right.
still not with you.
But
No.
she sees him as another child in the house. She sees him as one of the other
Yeah.
kids.
And then Sal's whole rap is like, I'm still expected to provide, but she doesn't want to give me sex. Meanwhile, you're not
Like
providing.
his job didn't change. Hers did.
yeah.
like when
And
you
you're a fat slob. How can you tell your wife to lose weight?
Dude, what are you putting this on me for? You're the one going into this club of misery.
Okay, if I'm coming into the same club as you and you're so miserable, why don't you get out?
It's not that I'm completely miserable. The thing is that I have a tough time communicating with my wife. So the times that I get to talk to you and people around here, I let everything out. It's almost like therapy for me.
But you don't see an enormous problem there in your life? I mean,
well, I think if I unleash that at home, obviously it could lead to a divorce, and I don't want that to happen.
Right. I mean, you hate her.
No, I don't.
You don't like her. She won't even kiss you. She doesn't want you in the bed. You were sick, and she put you in a private room
like a dog.
Like, I mean,
That's
dude,
true.
There's nothing you like about the woman. Why are you with her? Name 5 things you love about her. You can't.
My clothes are clean. The bed is clean.
That's
the house is
And as
clean.
they said yesterday, you're describing a good maid.
Right, who takes care of my good children.
So go home and tell her, I'm miserable. I want you to be happy and me to be happy. I got to end this nightmare.
There has to be some changes.
And do you know of any maids?
Well, bring her in and talk to her. I don't know.
She'll leave it on at home. No, she'll like another kid in the house. I mean, that's
the way she see it. Like I talked to her backstage at the Patch Hog show, and you know, I think she loves Sal, but at the same time, she's disgusted by him in many different times, and like the pranks he does, and you know, he's
what.
You were running around backstage, smacking people on the ass, and you know, and it's like
going
you're drunk.
to the booth.
Dude, when Sal gets
I
drunk
go to the
backstage,
booth because I don't get any action. You know what I'm saying?
Does she know you go to that? And she's okay with it?
Women are grossed out by that
no,
shit.
you know, it's all.
You can't tell your wife.
I really
you're
don't go to
doing
booths,
that.
Fred. I do that for the show. Come on.
Okay, good. Just checking.
But you know, look. I've learned to deal with it. Howard, there were times in your marriage.
Dude, you learned to deal with it. You're out in the open about it. You've announced it to the world that you're miserable in your life. Your life might as well be. You might as well be dead. You hate your life so much. Get out. I'm telling you as a friend.
I think I'm just miserable in general. Maybe
And you
know.
it's just women issues?
No,
everyone's life is going to become yours.
I hope not.
Describe the perfect life to you. What would your perfect life be? Single, fucking lots of different girls?
No, you know,
Married, fucking lots of girls?
Perfect life is like when I go to a lot of these comedy shows. I see a lot of great wives that are by their husbands and they're drinking with them and they're rubbing their back while they're talking to me.
Who's
and
that?
A lot of couples.
Comedians or
no,
in the
fans.
audience.
Fans.
Oh, the audience.
There's a lot of women who come up to me and go, look, I love my husband, and I see it, and it's really nice, and it's really nice to see a guy who, you know, he's got those ripped up hands, and you know he takes care of his family, and his wife's there, and she's just supporting what he likes to do. What I like in my life is I just like maybe
Some
a little
support.
a little more respect. You know, when I walk through the house,
Tell her that.
I get no respect.
When you walk through the house,
I walk through the house. First thing I hear is take off your shoes. You know, help Antonio with his homework.
Wipe
you know?
the kiss makeup off your cock.
Shirley, please.
It's like any house in the Midwest.
wipe the kiss makeup off your cock.
That kiss makeup, that kiss makeup on my cock has put my kids through college. You fucking.
Sal and I were talking off the air yesterday, and one of the things we talked about is he was telling me they're not getting any respect thing at home, and it's a weird thing because you do want your wife to support you, especially in front of the kids. So he was saying that he was talking to his kids about using foul language, right?
Right.
And he said to them something like,
Stop dicking around.
Stop dicking around. And his wife then scolded him in front of the kids. She's like, you have the nerve to talk to the kids like that? And you can't undermine your husband in front of the kids. That's a
right.
bad thing.
Yeah, that's right.
But she does have a grown child, you know, so you know what I mean?
You don't know what.
So I don't know whose side to take.
Yeah, it's just that you're such a fuck up that she feels like she's married to a child. You know you are. You fuck up everywhere. You are. You're a fuck up, right?
Why don't you just hang a fucking noose right in the middle of the place?
Are you a
Let me
fuck
do
up
it.
or not?
I guess to a certain degree, yeah. But
all right, so she doesn't know what to do with you.
Okay, so
so you're not cut out for this. So get out.
I don't want to get out. I'd rather have a wife who supports what I do. And
But she doesn't. She's never.
She
gonna
does.
support
I mean,
you.
she puts up with it. I guess. What
She's
can I do?
never going to massaging your shoulders at a comedy.
As much as
Never.
You claim,
I know.
Right.
Sal, as much as you claim that she's different since the marriage, you're not the guy she thought she was marrying.
She says it every day.
Right.
You're not Prince Valiant.
You took your vows, like you said. You said
Vows.
like, I could put up with her, but when you took the vows, you loved her. You didn't say, I want to put up with this woman as best I can.
And she's young and beautiful. She could find a new man like that. Let her go do it.
Somebody else will be the daddy to those kids.
You know what? Sal's a popular guy on the show, man. Sal could get hooked up in 2 seconds when he's
Sure he
single.
could.
And you could find chicks that'll
You know,
clean the
There will be
apartment
a
and
girl
whatever.
out there to
Yeah,
support
Sal.
the real Sal.
So you're attractive.
Hot.
Sal, I gotta tell you,
You guys are worse than my friends.
What? Me and you are very much alike, and I'm being dead serious because I think you're a funny guy. I think you're a talented guy. I think you're smart, but you're you're a maniac. You're a fuck up. And I am. I mean, Sal,
Look who's telling you that.
And I am too. I realized. You know what I learned from the 4 years I was with Dana? It's the longest relationship I ever been. If I got married, eventually I would fuck up like days into the marriage, and she'd be yelling at me too, like I was a kid, because I'm a big fucking maniac. But,
Now, why did you scream at me when I called you a maniac?
well, because I'm allowed to do it.
I don't know. You know what?
I don't need another broad calling me a maniac, Robin.
Only maniacs can say maniacs to each
But I'm saying,
other.
do you understand what I'm saying?
All right, Sal.
But you have kids, and that's a hard thing. He's got beautiful
what?
kids. You can't get divorced for a while. Give it a week or something.
Better to be divorced than to be at home sitting there miserable. I mean, he's just miserable.
Is any of this? How much of this is shtick? How miserable? Are you?
Zero.
Play the clips of her yelling at me, Howard, if you want.
What page is that on?
On your page in pink, I think.
Yeah.
What is this from?
God,
This is Christmas time. I'm trying to take a family picture with my wife and the kids and the dog.
Oh, this is brutal.
Say cheese. Ready? Cheese.
Yeah, he's looking up.
Look at
Hold
me.
your
Look at
face
me.
normal. Don't hold the dog's ass in the picture. We do not want to see the dog's ass. I'm not kidding. Or she'll
Do I
be
sound
out
like
of
a
the
maniac?
picture.
Ready? 1, 2.
No, they're not ready. Stop taking the picture. They're not ready.
All right.
I'm taking the picture. I'm saying cheese. Nobody's looking. Everybody looks like a mess.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, my point is clear, though, right? Okay. Where's that dog? Did she go upstairs? Yeah.
I thought it just pooped.
I don't know when it pooped under the tree. I just found it. It had to poop sometime while we were eating, I guess.
That's one.
Dude, all you gotta do is...
I'm holding the baby.
Well, what does that mean? You can't bend your legs because you're holding the baby? Is that what that means? Explain it to me, because I'm baffled. I'm holding the baby. Imagine if I was holding the baby all day. I can't do the laundry. I'm holding the baby.
Christine.
I'm holding the baby. I can't wash your underwear. I'm holding the baby. So I'm sorry. I can't pay the mortgage because I'm...
Obviously, you went through this on the first two babies.
Oh,
Why
wait a
didn't-
minute. Did you hear what she just said?
What'd she say?
Oh,
I can't-
did you hear?
What did
Back
she say?
that up.
All right.
Back that up. That was the
big.
worst thing I've
That
ever
was
heard
big.
come out of a
holding the
woman.
baby. Baby. I'm holding the baby. I can't wash your underwear. I'm holding the baby. So I'm sorry. I can't pay the mortgage because I'm holding the baby. No lights. I'm holding the baby. Can't pay the local bill.
That's
Well, I'll show you
brutal.
what
I can't pay the mortgage. I'm holding.
You know what I couldn't do?
That is.
She asked me to raise the shades on, but I was just like positioned with the baby, and I
right.
just couldn't get to it.
Right.
And that's it. There you go.
She went through a laundry
So
list
if
of all
anybody
the
ever
things.
wants to question the shtick of my life, play
Sal,
that on
that's a
loop
hurtful
mode and
thing.
blow your brains
I'm
out.
on your side with that. That's a hurtful thing to say. I can't pay the mortgage.
All right, hold on a second. Who you on the phone with?
My mother.
Who? Guys, take it easy. Calm down. Everybody calm down. Calm down. Everybody calm down. All right, can you take the baby?
Oh, man.
All right, now you shouldn't have heard that.
Oh,
Howard.
my
You
God.
shouldn't have.
So you asked me why you shouldn't get married. There you go.
I don't know, man.
I don't know how you guys can come to the decision to have a third kid when you can't agree
She
on
wanted a
anything
girl.
else.
I said, okay. We had two boys. She wanted a girl, and we had a boy. So that's fine.
Good plan.
Could have
there you
dressed
go.
one of the other
Good
kids like a
plan.
When
girl.
you showed her, we'll have another boy.
Was there any joy in making the baby? I mean, was there any like love between you two, or was it just all business?
No. It's look, when we do make love, it's good. You know, I mean, there are some rules and regulations. You know.
Yeah, tell how the Tampa story ended.
So that's it. You know, I flip on my back and I go, "Can you finish me off?" She goes, "I'm tired. Finish yourself off."
Oh.
So I go, "Christine, just do what you got to do," and she did it. And surprisingly, she didn't pull away for the pouch. So I'm like, wow, pretty good. Maybe we're in Tampa. Maybe this is a little bonus. And then all of a sudden, she's still holding it. And a few minutes go by, and I shrivel up in her hand. I turn around, and she's dead asleep. So that's how. So technically, I didn't get a freebie there. She just passed out.
She fell asleep with your dick in her hand.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you two.
There's the good and the bad, and you make the best of it. But as a man, Howard, who hasn't been married, I'm just trying to let you know, hey, maybe you should think about it a little bit more. That's my point.
As a man who hasn't
He's been married for 20 years.
I mean, a man who has an opportunity not to get married again. Excuse me.
Right.
Maybe you should reevaluate.
All right,
but,
I'm going to think about it.
But if you're happy, you're happy.
All right,
That's
thank
it.
you.
There you go.
All right, goodbye.
It is. I mean, marriages look like a horror show on the show.
Well, that Will said yesterday that he took a long time to propose to his girlfriend because of all the horror stories he hears around here.
Yeah, well, maybe he's right. That's pretty horrible. A guy coming into his own little pouch that he makes.
That's kooky.
I mean, that's just as bad as it gets.
Yeah. There's no point in staying in something like that.
No.
I'll just come on myself. I don't need you there.
Right.
If I can buy you a plane ticket.
If you fall asleep jerking me off, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Fuck.
And no hard feelings. Just listen, you're not into it.
The strangest thing about their relationship is Sal seems to know about everything to make it right. So just take that action and try to make it right. He knows exactly what the perfect marriage is, but he does nothing to...
But it would mean her not being repulsed by him.
And some of the stuff she asks him is ridiculous. Like, a guy comes home from work. Why does he have to take off his shoes the second he walks in his house? It's his house. He should be able to walk in. That's the way I see it, anyway. And that's why I'm single.
What is it? Yeah. How do I get rid of
there's a lot of...
Right, yeah, what's up?
There's a lot of weird things that goes on in the halls, you know. So Benjy just went on like this weird tear, and it started tickling everyone, and he tickled Artie, but Artie was sort of... he let him do it.
Doug, I got to move on.
Oh, it's such a funny video.
What do I have to see now? A video of Artie?
He just like attacked Artie and tickled him,
but he could make me laugh tickling.
But he giggled him.
All right,
he made
let
him
me see it. All right, if you insist, I'm trying to move along.
I want to get it in today's show. It's funny.
I was just telling everybody what a great tickler I am. I'm very ticklish myself sometimes, and I love tickling and being tickled. So we're going around and we're going to see who I can tickle the best. So here we go.
Two homos.
Wow! Oh, Yaki!
Yaki.
He is good at it. Oh
my goodness.
That was so fruity.
That was the gayest thing.
Who hasn't wanted to hold an enormous comedian in their hands and elicit laughter?
Great! Look at this. We got a great one! We got a great one! We got a great one!
What is that about?
I'm running out the door scared shit, and the hot receptionist sees me, and, I'm trying to make time with her.
So Benjy was good at tickling you?
I said, I'm sitting there. Benji's doing one of his bits for the camera, right? I see him, and he goes, I'm a great tickler. And I'm sitting there with my iPod, and I see he's eyeing up me. And I go, you know what? You can't make me laugh tickling.
Look at him fighting Ronnie.
Oh. I thought this was Ronnie's almost killed 8 people on the staff in the last 2 weeks. So I just sat there, and I was too lazy to move, and I'm like, I know what you're looking at me. You're gonna come to me. You can't make me laugh. And he ran up, and sure enough, the fucker, I was laughing.
Wow.
He tickled good. And,
did you like it?
I mean, I wasn't turned on by it.
You want him to do it to you again?
No.
Yeah.